All right, fellas. This is the press to squat. I videoed the three of you because you're all having similar but not exactly the same issues, right? So Garrett, you can't keep your weight constant over the middle of the foot or like in front of the ankle, right? That we already had a video about that. Jarvis, let's look at you really quickly, and I just want you to look at your right leg. Okay, that's all you're doing right now. Just stare at your right leg, all right? And you're gonna see like there is a lot of movement happening. And I want you to just take a quick peek at, um, I think your feet here are generally even, but definitely on the right side, the toe is turned out more, right? Um, you start to squat, it looks pretty good, the knees are going the right direction. All of a sudden, this knee is starting to come in. All right, by coming in, I mean it's going towards the other knee, all right? That butt cheek starts to stop functioning. You're like, oh shit, it's not working. You push the knee back out, and then you can't push it out anymore, and so it collapses in over that ankle, right? And that's a position that, like, underweight, we pretty much never want to be in. Now, I think that part of it is because we're having some trouble balancing the bar, but if I'm being honest, this position with your arms, like, looks pretty decent. It's not perfect, but it looks pretty good. I mean, it's definitely better than Garrett. It's better than Tyler. So it really comes down to, like, there is a, I think one of the major muscles in that right leg was torn or damaged in a way that, and I had you put that bar back because I didn't want you to drop it on your head or hurt your knee. Anyhow, one of those muscles was torn or damaged in a way that is not allowing you to do this properly. Tyler, really quickly, those feet are a little too wide. You've got to relax your toes. We talked about this, and the way you're going to do that is by pushing your knees out through your butt. So you're squatting a ton of weight, and I think it's because you have thick bones and your quads are really powerful. But right now, your butt, like your right butt cheek on this side, doesn't function. Like, it's like I tried to push your knees together. Like, you can't even push your knees apart. You said that you had damaged your hip flexor, but so that might make it hard for you to be in the position of the squat, but that shouldn't necessarily make it impossible for you to press your knees out. So I think that squatting with that band or whatever might be the best thing for you to do. Leslie, I just wanted to point out, this is really good. All right, this is like a really good lift right here. That position, anyone who's watching this, that position is where you want to catch a snatch. It's pretty much perfect. It doesn't get much better than that. The way she's standing up, her hips and shoulders are moving together. It's fantastic. Rachel, yours is pretty good. A little bit forward on the way up, right? So we're back here, and then as we come up, we shoot forward a little bit. Brandon, I wanted just to point this out to you. Your feet are too wide. We talked about this. The feet are just too wide there. That's not the biggest issue. The biggest issue is that your knees are way too far forward of your toes, and your hips need to come back here. All right. And then, there's obvious tightness in that right arm over the left, I think, even. And that's why it hurts the wrist so much, because you're having to pull the bar back on your wrist in a position it's not supposed to be in.